Welcome to the Adjunct CEO Podcast with your host, the Adjunct CEO, Dean Akers. Tips, ideas, and interviews with top leaders to help you and your business when results matter.
Well, welcome back. I just want to thank all the listeners out there. This last episode we did on hiring and finding great people has just blown up. We've got people from all over the world that have listened to it. My goal is to give you at least one idea that can make a difference in your business and or personal life. Big shout out to the folks in Ireland. We get all our data in and we're getting thousands of downloads. Ireland is our number 2 country for downloads. So that's kind of exciting. I don't know how we've connected with the Irish, but we appreciate all the listeners all over the world that have listened to us in over 27 countries now. Today's show is going to be a little bit different than our previous shows. Our previous shows are kind of to be introspective, to give you guys, folks out there, a chance to kind of look at some of your challenges and hear from somebody that's kind of walked a mile in your shoes. Today I'm going to go in a little bit different direction in the fact that I want to somewhat create a shout out. I want to kind of challenge our listeners to look in their own locales and their own areas on something that I've been involved with now in the Tampa Bay area. Our mayor, Bob Buckhorn, the city of Tampa mayor, whom I've known for 20 plus years, has come in. He's in his second term, finishing out his second term in the next year, and has just done a fantastic job. A lot of cool accolades. I know he's proud. I think the citizens of Tampa are proud. But I'm kind of reminded as I've watched what's transitioned here, how things become great, and it's not the big things that everybody thinks about. It's all the sum of the small things that make businesses great, and in turn make outcomes great. If your city's not doing this, I've been honored to be involved with a thing that Mayor Buckhorn created here in Tampa called the Mayor's University. It was a brainchild of his, I believe, to come out with a program where it gave some citizens of the city a kind of an 8-week, 10-week, 2-hour a week dive into what makes up our neighborhoods, how our city works with all its different departments, meeting employees, department heads, and really learning that there's a lot of stuff, if you will, that goes into operating a city like the city of Tampa, and I'm sure to our listeners out there, their various cities. So I want to share with you that Mayor Buckhorn created this program, and the values for it that makes a sum of a great outcome is that it brings people together to really learn the diversity of our neighborhoods. And a comment he made to me at a recent event was, most all of us get on the interstates and drive through our cities and bypass areas that we may have even never gone to and had yet grown up in the various cities we're living in. Somewhat true for me, but not totally, because I was a hot contractor, so I did work all over the city. That being said, what I've learned and what really makes me proud of the city of Tampa and Mayor Buckhorn is how he's taken this diversity of neighborhoods, and by putting this Mayor's University together, he's kind of taken people that have an active interest in neighborhoods and put them together so they could talk about and learn about all the different things going on in the city, and certainly what's going on in the neighborhoods adjoining them and or around them. In my case, it's been especially rewarding seeing the what I call the fruits of great leadership. When you see an organization that has empowered leadership, whether it's a municipality, a government, or a company, and you see the associates involved, in this case, the city workers, employees, department heads, and their intensity level to win, it speaks volumes for the leadership. And so my show today is really talking about if you're in a town, get with your local elected officials. And this isn't about politics. This isn't about uh, parties. This isn't even about philosophical views on stuff. It's just a plain learning experience. And what you will find is you're going to learn things that get you net neutral to your thought processes on what's really going on. And quite frankly, my bet is that the experience will create a lot of comfort for you and a lot of understanding that people really do get along. And when you learn the plights and learn their issues and they share yours and you start finding out what's happening, it becomes exciting. Now, how does this work? Mayor Buckhorn is a public official. He does a great job. He has to hire people. There's people that have been in the city for 20, 30, maybe 40 years, so they're veterans. So as he comes in as a leader, he creates vision. We as leaders have to create vision, and we have to show passion in what we care about. Now, I think what Mayor Buckhorn's done is he's really listened to his teams. He's really listened to his constituents, the voters, and I think he's been able to craft a vision for his quote company or our city, or in your case, your company, where people want to embrace this direction and this tempo and this excitement. And we're certainly seeing it here in the Tampa Bay area. We have growth in jobs. We have growth in inbound new companies. We have heavy hitters that have invested in this territory. We have Jeff Vinnick, the owner of the Lightning, who is just creating a resurgence in our downtown area. But I think the cool thing is through its leadership, I've gotten to meet a lot of the folks in the city through this mayor's program and to see their intensity and their enthusiasm for performing and making Tampa a great city just reminds me of what goes in the company. So if you're a company executive, if you're mayor of your company, then I would suggest you kind of try to deploy what Mayor Buckhorn or other great leaders do and sit back and ask your constituency, your customers, ask your team members, your employees, what can we do to make this operation or this business bigger and greater than any of us can do or dream of? Now, what happens is when you open this dialogue and you take all the blinders off, people will come up with bizarre ideas. And those bizarre ideas will probably be transformational. I can tell you in this mayor's university, the people he has running it are epic. I mean, he has one young lady, and I'm just going to use her first name, Carla, who is probably one of the most organized, motivational, engaging people I've met in my career. She's everything you could dream of in having somebody that can be a leader and excite people around her and stay on task and deliver the best possible product, which she does. So a big shout out to Carla. That being said, in your business, who is your Carla? Who are the people in your companies that are your brand ambassadors that the customer walks out like I do with Carla and say, wow, this is the kind of people we have operating, or this is the kind of people operating our city / this is the kind of company I'm doing business with, like, wow. So my Mayor's University experience has been, to say the least, epic. I've done all the leadership Tampas and the different programs that are available. However, my leadership or my Mayor's University here for the city of Tampa has really reinforced the value of leadership, the value of empowering people, and seeing the results when you empower people both for the customer, which is our constituency or me as a citizen, and the service delivers, which are the city employees that I've met, that I'm just blown away with their tempo, their enthusiasm, their desire to make this city great. So, your assignment is to go meet your elected officials. Find out what's going on. Take your leadership skills to them. Learn from their leadership skills. Understand that when these opportunities are out there, avail yourselves to them. And I was reminded by one of my clients recently who actually had the gall to tell me they didn't have enough time to do this. And I'm reminded of the Lumberjack story, where there's two lumberjacks. One is the baddest lumberjack on the planet, and any comer that wants to come compete and chop wood will beat this lumberjack, or this lumberjack will beat him. So this young person comes to town, not near the size of the grand champion lumberjack, and challenges him to cut wood that day. And as they're cutting wood, all the town's looking, and this young person goes into this shed every 50 minutes. It's gone for 10 minutes, and everybody's laughing. They're sitting there. The other guy's chopping like crazy. He's a wimp. Oh my God, he doesn't really get it. He doesn't work hard. Blah, blah, blah. The same stuff we hear in business every day. And at the end of the day, he comes out after every 10-minute thing. He comes back out, chops 50 minutes, goes in. Chop 50 minutes. You can't find a lazier guy. Has to take a break every 10 minutes. At the end of the day, they counted up the results. The young man beat the saged lumberjack decisively. So at the end of the day, he won, the young man. And everybody in the town was appalled by this. Like, how could this kid, who was so lazy that every 10 minutes he had to go take a break, how could this kid possibly have beat the number one lumberjack? And so somebody asked the kid, how were you able to do this, taking these breaks every 10 minutes? And the kid looked at him almost in disbelief and said, what do you mean taking breaks? He goes, you went in that shed every 10 minutes, 50 minutes on the hour, and you were gone, taking a break. And the kid looked at him and goes, no, I wasn't. In every hour, I took 10 minutes to sharpen my axe. And with my sharpened axe, I was able to produce more than anybody because my axe was always sharp. My competitor was too busy chopping wood, and his axe was becoming duller and duller and duller. And at the end of the day, my 10-minute axe sharpening exercises beat the grand champion. So I question you, are you sharpening your axe? Are you creating an environment for empowerment so that your customers sense it and your team exhilarates it? Get involved with your local mayor. I can only tell you that our mayor, Bob Buckhorn, has been impressive in his last 7 years. I'm proud to call him a friend. I'm even more proud to call him the mayor of Tampa. And I'm so proud to have been able to attend the Mayor's University. So till next time, let's get out there and make it happen.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. If you have any questions or need some help, just email help@adjunctceo.com. Thanks for tuning in.